Hey Claiborne, we've talked about LEGO Digital Designer and Mechabricks and a lot about Bricklink Studio. But one thing we haven't talked about is Ldraw and the various LCADs. So today I figured I'd go through the steps to get Ldraw and an LCAD set up. And because I'm using my Mac for this, I'm following the Mac instructions, which is great since the Windows instructions seem like a lot to process, and the Linux instructions seem impossible to process by comparison. The Mac instructions are just 4 steps, and spoiler alert in the title, you only actually need one of them, though I didn't notice this until after. The first listed step is to download and install Ldraw. Ldraw is unique because it's not actually software individually, it's just a standard and parts library that lots of other tools use to manage models and stuff. So when you install Ldraw, you just download all the initial parts, and you have to come back from time to time and download the updates too, I guess. Now that that's installed, step 2 tells me to install LeoCAD, one of the only Ldraw listed apps that runs on Mac. It's sort of unfortunate that Mac has so little support, but it's also great because I don't have to go and do a bunch of reading on which app is best for me. The only one that works is. Once LeoCAD is downloaded, I just needed to activate the package and it opened a little dialog with the app so I could drop it into applications. This flow is pretty common on Mac. I didn't have to do any other steps to get started, but I did notice after going through the guide that you don't even need to install Ldraw parts library separately from LeoCAD because it comes with its own set. I was curious why I didn't have to point it to my location for the bricks, and I guess that explains it. The LeoCAD UI is very similar to Mechabricks if you remember it. The color panel on the bottom and the bricks on the top, definitely not as refined as Studio. However, LeoCAD does do one thing that Mechabricks didn't. I can click and drag around blocks. Those 3 arrows are still there, but that's an option, and I don't have to use them. LeoCAD has a snap to grid feature like Bricklink Studio, but to be honest, I had a really hard time getting it to do what I expected. Bricks wouldn't align on top of bricks the way they should, so Studio definitely has an advantage here. However, in terms of raw capability, CAD and the Ldraw suite of tools is a much more sophisticated and powerful toolchain that I'm excited to explore. Claiborne, I'll talk to you next week. Claiborne and I are glad that we get to share our love of Legos with the internet. If you like our content, share your favorite video with a few of your friends, and don't forget to subscribe.